Good morning, everyone, in person and on Zoom. It's a great Tuesday. We're going to have a little bit shorter of a meeting today because we hope we will see all of you at our awards on Thursday. Yeah, and if you haven't registered, don't worry about it. I think our final head count was probably already due to them, but still come. So, and thank you to everyone who did register, just so we can have an idea.
There's plenty of room. So
we were just reflecting back on like how we had to do 2 parking lot awards in a row. First year, 2020, we did a drive-through awards. 2021, we did our big like we had the mariachi band and like the tacos, and it was like a whole big fun thing. And then last year was our first year back together. So now it's like not COVID-y at all. So hopefully everyone wants to come.
And don't wear a mask. No, you can wear them if you want. I'm kidding. You can wear them.
Comfort zone, unless you want to. You can wear a mask. Okay, let's talk about Ignite. Okay, Ignite week 3. So we have Pam Waldman and Laura James teaching this week. So good lineup. One and Laura. Woo! Let's get hyped up. She's here in the house. The only thing that is different this week is Ignite is Wednesday and Friday instead of Wednesday and Thursday because of the awards. So, and here comes Pam. Our 2 Ignite speakers in the house. So I'm hyping up you guys for the week. Yeah. So this should be a great one. I mean, both 2 of our top agents. What are you guys talking about? Capturing leads and then following up with leads. Oh, such good topics. So yeah. Anyone can go to these classes as a reminder, and the times will be the same, 9 to 11, even though it's Wednesday and Friday. Okay, next up, tomorrow. Well, today we have our special guests here, our first American title lovely ladies, Tish and Brandy, who are going to talk in a little bit about just a little bit more about their class and some of their tools. But actually, do you guys want to come up now?
Sure.
It kind of makes sense since we're talking about this.
Just wanted to let you guys know about this class because it sounds so boring.
Wait, come all the way so the people on Zoom can hear you. Oh, yeah, you got to come all the way.
All the way. Okay.
I pretend.
Welcome to the Dwight and Corinne talk show this morning.
No, these guys were so kind to let us come in here because we wanted to just promote this class, and we hope that you'll come because farming just sounds so boring. Prospecting, something we do every day or we should be doing every day. But there's so much more to it, and being super intentional and very focused in your preparation for when you begin doing this is really important. We have a lot of resources. And also you probably have seen us, or at least me, around for a long time because I'm old and been around a long time. But I encourage you to revisit. Every company has a lot of great things to offer. And if you haven't met with the First American, there's Chris Blythe as well as Brandy here in this area. If you haven't met with us in a couple of years, we know the environment is different. Your business is looking different. Your challenges are different right now. So we encourage you to look at us and maybe take another meeting and see, a lot of technology has been updated, a lot of great ideas, idea sharing that we do, networking and masterminding with our partners in different states like you guys do. I think it would be worth revisiting, seeing if the value proposition at First American is something that can really help you. But as far as tomorrow's class goes, there's a lot of
there'll be a lot of information that we'll be going over. And talking about the technology piece, we do have a website that we have revamped. It used to be called My First AM. If you ever had that account, it is no longer available because we have made it a one-stop shop now. So instead of agents going to different websites, you're just going to go to one, and it can be used as a mobile app. It's not in an app store. You would have to just save it to your home screen on your cell phone for that to be used as a mobile app. But it's so great for you and your business because there's so many things there for you when you're out and about. For instance, if you're going on a listing appointment and you want to pull up that properties, you can do a calculated net sheet because it will pull all that property information over for you. So you're not having to do that in your appointment. Like it's just going to pull everything over, including the property taxes and things. And then you can start going over the different scenarios with your clients to get an estimated net for what they're looking for.
We're gonna also
Yeah.
dig in deep with like when you are prospecting. If you've got a certain niche that you're working, a lot of people have us pull not just geographical, but it may have to do with equity in the homes, non-owner occupied versus owner occupied. We have the ability to identify potential off-market properties. So we can, we have a resource that projects those that are likely to sell in 6 to 12 months. We've had a lot of success with that. And actually one of the agents that has had great success is one of yours. But last year I was seeing someone that I'm working with that secured, and she was just working around her new listings, leaving handwritten notes. Hey, I'm working with Brandy down the street. I thought you might like this report, something personal. And in a 7-month period, secured 6 new listings. So if you are, we can pull all the information you want, but it's up to you, to be working that. But I'll tell you, it has worked tremendously well.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of success. So if farming, not so much farming, but prospecting is something that's important to you, and even we're taking people's current database,
Yes,
people that
this
have been
one's
in
my
the
favorite.
business for 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, 20, and maybe you haven't been very good because you've been so busy with keeping up with your database and touching them. We can take that database, drop it into that resource, and it will show us, it'll identify those people that are potential sellers in the next 6 to 12 months. So I think it would be worth your time if you don't have a listing appointment
Yeah.
or a buyer appointment to jump into the class tomorrow. We'd love to see you, and then we can talk more specifically about what your needs are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tomorrow's CE class, we asked First American to do this because they have such great technology, and they're going to show more specifically like how to actually utilize some of these
yeah.
tools. But a lot of the big businesses use the data, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's taking your data, but you should use data too
Yeah.
to your advantage.
Yeah.
So they can pull all of this, and they do this to show
Well,
you value.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's our job and we do this for all of our clients, to help make them more productive. So we'd love the opportunity to earn your business and helping you to be more productive. If we can prove ourselves as a partner and help you to secure 5 more listings this year, that would be a good thing, right?
Yeah, it would be a great thing. And I just learned from our, corporate as well, that for demographic finding on next likely sellers, we can even fine tune it down to Spanish speaking, Vietnamese speaking,
Yeah.
and things of that nature. So
So there's a lot
there's
of ways
a lot
to
of ways.
to prospect.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a whole list of ways to
Yeah.
prospect. We're going to talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good team. That makes me want to come,
Yeah.
right? I'm gonna come. Because- Well, especially if you have a whole new
Yeah.
website platform that
Oh,
all
yeah.
that's on.
Yeah.
So,
So anyway,
Mhm.
again, thank you for your time. I know you have the meeting,
oh my gosh.
but we
thank
look
you
forward
guys
to
for
seeing
coming.
you tomorrow.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
And they RSVP through that, or is there a link, Austin, too? Nope, RSVP to
Yeah.
Brandy, and
Or
that's
just show up,
Brandy's
Yeah.
email.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
because we'll have plenty of packets for you guys
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
lots of content.
And bring your questions. Like,
Yes.
what's worked for you in the past?
What
What
happened?
hasn't?
Mhm.
What have you spent money on that maybe you don't have to spend money on? Handwritten notes left on a door are very, impactful. People think you really care rather than a postcard that's just going out.
Mhm. And I love that you talked about going more than just geographical for
Yeah.
farming, right? Equity, years. in the
Yes.
home,
Oh, yeah.
Demographic, the language, that's
Mhm.
really
Yeah.
cool. If you speak a second language, you can.
One of
tell-
the things that I
Mhm.
found successful is if you've got your client, your buyers, let's just say your buyers, and they are moving up, they need a bigger house, farming, if you're prospecting to get listings, taking an area that's middle of the road, not $1 million neighborhood, but those middle of the road median price point, those are the families that are growing. and need more space, things like that. So just kind of brainstorming. That's what we'd love to do with you guys.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Thank you ladies so
All right.
much.
Thank
Lunch will be
you.
served and come in 11
We'll see you
o'clock.
tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
10 o'clock.
Austin, it
11?
says 10 o'clock somewhere, places and 11 other, 11. Is that okay with you? Does that work? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, bye ladies. Thank you. Okay, 11 o'clock lunch. And then command workshop with Austin after that. Austin, come over here and tell everyone about that.
Yeah, so we have our weekly command workshop tomorrow. And I decided that we're just gonna do an open workshop. I know a lot of times someone will come in, we'll have our half-hour thing and we'll just go over a certain topic. But there's so many other things that you guys have that are on your minds. Bring them in and we'll go over those things. Also, the fact that family reunions next week, there's a lot of things rolling out. It's like a lot of the things I do want to discuss are having new features come out soon. Like I think last week we talked about website stuff, but website could be changing dramatically in the next couple weeks. So just want to just have this open workshop. Anything that you're needing help with, any type of things, we'll just go over that. So it'll be pretty low key. And I'll kind of actually in a minute go over some of those features that are things that have already rolled out this week. So
Yeah,
Go with that.
okay, yeah, we'll do that in a second. Because are you gonna show the
Yeah,
screen
yeah, I
on
got
that?
slides.
Okay, cool.
And the websites are changing, right, for sure.
I
I'm pretty sure they,
haven't heard anything.
They are.
Interestingly,
I think for the tech people,
Yeah, they're keeping on
Keller
the
Williams
ball.
tech people never want to say like for sure something is coming because, you know, they could find a bug. That's what they said. But a lot of stuff typically around family reunion, a lot of technology things will launch. So in the next 2 weeks leading up to family reunion and then the weeks following family reunion, we will see a ton of enhancements and updates to command. So Austin will show some of those at the end.
and they showed us, we had an operating partners meeting a couple of months ago, and that was one of the things they talked about. So the new websites are gonna be far and away better than what they have right now. They're a lot like the old Placer websites when we used to have them. See, they're gonna be pretty darn cool.
More customization, right? A little more user friendly.
Yeah.
And awards. We kind of talked about that a little bit, but Thursday, 10 to 12 at the Tualatin Country Club. It's like less than 5 minutes down the road. Breakfast, come hungry, thirsty, and excited. And we're there to celebrate you guys. So thank you for all your hard work. Yes. Oh, yeah.
They
Okay.
do have
No,
awesome
you-
bacon.
Bacon.
Now that you say it.
Like the crispy bacon. I don't like the slimy bacon. Yeah, they have good bacon. All right. Yeah, we'll have bacon, sausage, just like full breakfast, waffles and eggs and all of that. Fruit and pastries. So see you all there. Hopefully, I don't know, Sydney, do you know how many people have registered? I think like over 100 have already registered. So that's exciting.
It's gonna be busy.
It will be busy. Okay, next up. Family reunion is coming up so soon, middle of the month. I feel like February is one of those months you really got to focus on your activities every day because the month goes by so fast and we throw family reunion in there. Right after this meeting, we are going to, if you're available and you're going, or interested in going, we're going to be talking about the breakouts and, you know, which ones we'd recommend, help everyone strategize on, you know, if they need direction of like who's teaching which ones, if you have any questions. So right after this meeting, we will meet in the front room, Tanya?
Yeah.
Front room. Okay. Rick Gray. So Rick Gray has presented to us a couple times. He is a best-selling author. He's a coach. He was once here at our market center. So much experience. He's such a great guy. He lives in Boise now, but he is flying in and he's going to be presenting to us on the 23rd from 2 to 4 on creating habits to succeed in real estate. And it's all about the habits. He is really big on mindset. I know some coaches really just focus on like the accountability. He looks at everything and really drives the mindset. So he's a great coach. And that'll be 2 to 4, and then we'll have a little happy hour with him afterwards. So mark your calendars for that. It is a Thursday, Austin? Yeah. February 23rd. So we are excited for that.
And we're very fortunate. I've known Rick since probably the 90s, and he is pretty much an amazing guy. He's a great athlete. He is I mean, I knew him at the time because he was a phenomenal water skier. But he's done like everything, and he does everything at a high level, and he has a lot of contacts with people, and he's coaching a lot of people. And so once again, this is going to be for 2 hours. This is going to be the information that he sees from top people, mostly in our industry, and the things that they say that they do that create success. So the information is going to be extremely valuable. And as a side note, I think somebody in here mentioned that he's also does cold plunging.
Oh, I've seen his
Is it?
videos.
Okay, so is it you?
It's actually like impressive. I think, I don't know if it's every week, but I've seen some of his videos on Facebook where he just in the coldest winter of Idaho just goes and plunges. in a
Yeah, he
backyard.
started out not doing anything, because I've been texting him because I want to figure out how to do it, because the kids have been doing it and they tell me how great it is. Like, oh, I can figure out how to do that. Anyway, so I've been following him because he does videos of how to cold plunge, right? How you start, how you build up, where he's at in his progress. It's pretty cool.
But like his face does not get phased, like it's just an ice bath.
Well, it kind of shows you that like a lot of these principles of mindset, habits, discipline, those carry over in work, in life, in
Yeah.
I mean, so that's his coaching can really, it really makes you like want to
Yeah.
be more disciplined. Speaking for myself. He has a group monthly coaching too, that's a lot more affordable than some of like the one-on-one coaching. So if that's something you're interested in too, you can ask him about that. It's a great plan.
Can we back up for a second? I
Yeah.
didn't take the opportunity to say something about family reunion. So there is an agent who used to be at this office, and then her husband bought a home up by Portland West. So they're up there now, but she religiously went to the family reunions and the mega camps religiously. And every time she did, she networked like crazy. And now something like 75 or 80% of her business is referrals coming from KW people that she has networked with. And she gets into their Facebook groups and she stays in contact. And so now they just come. And so I think, okay, gosh, like if I were younger doing this, it's such an easy way to go to family reunion, learn everything about the company, all the latest things that they're going to put in front of us and the tools we'll be able to use. And oh, by the way, have fun at the socials with people who are going to send you millions of dollars worth of business over your career. So, for those of you that are social minded or willing to do that, you should. This is when it's close to us, it's like super cheap. Because it's a lot harder to go to Florida and take a day to, over a day to get there. Here it's, a 2-hour flight. So
Yeah.
it's for that very reason, it's worth it, because it's a career changer, let alone you learn about what's happening in the industry. Obviously, Gary is one of the top people in the industry that is consulted with, because now he has the numbers of 180,000 realtors around the world. Every day they see what we're doing. And he can tell the economists of the world exactly what's happening with closings. NAR doesn't have that, folks. They don't track all the closings except through MLSs. But Gary can talk about all kinds of data that's not available to anyone else in the world. And so that puts him in a really unique position to be able to see where things are going and what's changing and what makes sense and what to keep your eye out for, what to start thinking about for your business. And if you aren't doing that, if you aren't looking down the road, then you're going to step in the potholes. It will happen. And you'll go through periods where you're going to wonder why you're suddenly not doing any business.
Mhm. The breakouts, there's so many breakouts, which is great. There's almost like too many where you're like, I don't know how many to go to. So that's why we're going to have the thing
Yeah.
right after. But so you can go to the things that really speak to you too. But I know, Rochelle, you have a plan for networking and passing out things to network. I saw a thing a little post in the family reunion Facebook this morning from someone in KW France saying, who wants to meet up for coffee when we're there? I'd love to network with American partners. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
What are
cool.
you guys doing in the office for the people that aren't going?
This year is, so there a lot of years there's been like the digital family reunion and the combo. This year, they're going back to 100% in person.
Oh, wow.
So there is they're not
Streaming
streaming
events,
anything.
Wow.
I mean, we'll take back as many materials as we can, but yeah, there's no streaming option this year.
There's still tickets left?
Yeah. There's still tickets left and there's some
Well,
people.
why are you going?
Because, well, I think it's a great networking thing. The ones that I've been able to go to in the past, I've learned a ton. Like I said, the breakouts are awesome.
Mhm.
Just being in that room with Gary, and there's like, what, 10,000 agents. of
Wait,
all-
come up here. You and Pam, come up here. I know,
Yeah.
sorry, come up here.
Because I think
Yeah.
both you two were in the top 5 of our agents for this year, right?
Mhm.
Last year. too.
Yeah, and maybe you can share too, like, say that again, so everyone on Zoom can hear you too, a little bit of like what you are, what you're looking forward to and what you're hoping to gain out of it.
Well, what am I hoping to get? I actually haven't looked at the breakouts yet, but
Okay.
that's what's coming, but I know that there's gonna be breakouts every day that I'm gonna have to choose between because there's just so much good information. So I guess if people are on the fence about going and there's still tickets available,
Mhm.
it's so worth it. I mean, it's just really neat to be in that room with 10,000 other agents, listening to Gary talk. And I really value the way that Gary and, the rest of the company just pours into us as agents. I've never been anywhere except for KW, but I don't think it's like that anywhere else.
Yeah.
Mhm. The energy, like in that room, like you said,
Yeah.
is like, that's what blew my mind. The first family reunion I went to, I had gone to a lot of like corporate events like that in my like past career. But the fact that not only was it such great energy, such a big room, but everything was focused on the agents. It was so cool because it wasn't all about like the bit like Keller Williams. It was all about helping the agents. And I just never experienced anything like that. And I,
It's super, I mean, there were
Yeah,
20,
it's
I think last time I went was 2019, I think, but there
Mhm.
were 25,000, I mean, there's 25,000 people, agents. I mean, that's powerful in itself. But the
Mhm.
networking opportunity, I mean, I think I paid out $30,000 just in 2022 in referral fees. And I don't know what I got from that. I haven't looked at that, but I was just looking at
Which
my,
means,
you know,
yeah, you've
2022
got a
like
lot of
statement. And I,
referrals in.
so that to me
So
is
you
like,
made 3 times that. I think.
yeah, off the referral. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, good math. But that's all, a lot of it is from those opportunities. It's just networking, meeting people. I mean, we already have a couple breakfasts and dinners scheduled.
So
when we're
cool.
there. I know this is hard because it's next week, so if you're not going, but if there is opportunity to think about going. and
Yeah.
There are tickets. I think
Well,
it's
and
just-
sometimes people will be selling their tickets in the family and
Yeah.
Facebook group. So like,
It's just, it's
Mhm.
fun too. I mean, I was running, I remember like having my schedule and literally you're running from like one class to the next to get to it. So the energy and excitement, and it's fun because you're kind of taking a break from work. I mean, it's almost like you're on a vacation for yourself, but you're pouring into yourself with work and energy that will help you when you get back. So I just think it's kind of a nice mix of, being away from work, but being working.
totally. And then how do you feel like it affects your mindset when you come back?
Oh, I think you just feel like super energized, but you also feel like, okay, well, I've got to choose what I'm going to implement because you can't possibly implement all at one time everything you learn.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's it. And just taking little things. I mean, there's so many opportunities that we have to get enlightened like every day, but then it's like being empowered is the next step. And a lot of like what I've struggled with is
Ooh,
just,
that was good.
Thank
What
you.
you just said. Woo!
but like we get the opportunity all the time to have these conversations and I take good notes and then it's like, gosh, you actually like implement them or when does the empowerment come in? And I do feel like after such a magnitude of this event, I do take a couple things that I really come back with and implement.
Totally. And you're hearing from agents all over. A lot of the best breakouts are the panels of agents who are all doing, there's a million different ways to run your business, right? So you find the people that resonate with you and can really be impactful to your business. So I love that. Thank you guys for sharing. I hope I didn't put you on the spot too
No,
much.
thanks.
I'm excited for coming. Yeah. These lovely ladies.
And oh, by the way, if you give away 30,000 in referral checks and you average 25%, which is what I do for my referrals across the country, they're all playing with 25%. It means you grossed 120 just for referrals.
For referrals. That's a good
That's
like
a
time
terrific
ratio. Yeah, that's a good like,
That's
time
a
to money.
career.
yeah.
Yeah, just out of going to their socials that they pay for.
Yeah, and it's funny, like I think some of like the inclination at first is like, okay, yeah, like why would I want to just network with a lot of other realtors? But yeah, the amount of referrals, especially because people are still moving here, right? Like
That's right.
other parts of the country, it's harder to get as many referrals because like not as many people are moving to like
Yeah.
random places. So
I would be searching and seeking anyone from LA, San Francisco,
yes, you do have to be intentional.
Dallas, yeah.
Thanks for elaborating on the family reunion, but we will bring back as much as we can as far as like printouts and breakouts. And that's why like us as staff, we're gonna meet up and try to figure out like, let's make sure we're going to different breakouts to absorb different things for our agents and, bring it all back, right? Like we can't hang out with each other. We gotta split and conquer. I told Cindy, get some cute tennis shoes. She got some cute sneakers yesterday because you do walk a lot. Even I will wear sneakers, not heels. though. Maybe. Look, I know, I can run pretty fast in heels. Jumpstart 2023. So we've actually had a venue change. Instead of Allura, we're gonna do it at Stoller Winery. But they also have a beautiful, maybe more beautiful inside tasting room. Look at all those eligible attendees of people who have already had a listing in January or February. So keep it coming, keep it up. We're just trying to help build momentum for the year in a fun and exciting way. So good work to everyone on there. And we're still figuring out what we're going to do if you have more than one listing at Stoller. So we will see, but congratulations to everyone who's already had a listing. I love it. Okay, Austin, show us some command stuff.
All right, so kind of what I was mentioning, there are a lot of new updates that have come out with Command. And so I wanted to show a couple of ones that are general availability, have rolled out. You can see this right now. There are a handful of slides that I received that are up next. When next is, I don't know. It could be tomorrow, it could be in 3 weeks, depends on when it's stabilized. But one of the big things, one of the things that some of you may have already seen if you have been focusing on the tasks or utilize tasks in Command is finally they combined, there was like a section for opportunity tasks and contact tasks. And even as someone who uses Command, I always found that as annoying because it's like, task is a task. It's something that I want to do. Why not combine them? And they finally combined them. So now you have both those tasks together. And then also they added some more bulk actions to, am I not on the camera? Oh, hi. But also some bulk actions to allow you to reschedule and reassign tasks. So if you happen to miss something or you need to reschedule it for a later date, instead of having your past dues pool up to the point where it's overwhelming and you don't complete any tasks, I'm guilty of that. Then you can reassign them so that you don't feel like tasks are not even useful anymore because now they're all past due. So you can do some changing of that and changing priorities and stuff like that. So I'm excited that they finally kind of enhanced the task feature. They also have updated the marketing profile. There has been the military affiliation section for a while, but there was kind of limited. They've added some more features there for Gold Star family members, National Guard, and supporters of the military. So you can add those to your marketing profile. And yeah, so they should be adding more affiliations beyond the military. So we'll see where that goes, whether it's certain organizations or activist movements, things like that.
So if you are a military person or anyone in your immediate family was in the military, you should mark this. Again, it's just another reason for someone to pick you for a referral. Tanya is a veteran and she has gotten a referral from another veteran specifically because of that, right? So just anything you can put to differentiate yourself, but this is a new one that has a lot of different breakouts now.
Yeah, so that's good. And then smart plans. So they added a highly requested feature for smart plans to allow you to set due dates and times within a task. So it used to be when you had a smart plan and you had something like, you said you started someone on a smart plan and immediately sets up a task. The problem was you couldn't set a specific time during the day, which I thought was weird. So I'm glad they added that. That allows you to now say like at 10:30 in the morning, I want this to be either like send a text message out or sorry, not to send a text message out, but like to like do a manual text or whatever. So now you can finally do that. And that is now live in smart plans. So you can check that out. And then I think that was all for the slides. I need to put my phone up real quick so I can show the.
Oh,
all that.
fancy.
So let me try this. Let me see if this can work. Here, it's gonna show you real quick. Okay, so in the mobile app, they finally.
Access.
Oh, yeah, no,
Oh.
it'll share for a sec. In the mobile app, there
Press
has
twice.
been, like, they've been rolling out since the command mobile app came out a little over a year ago. They've had a lot of
Will you
useful
go back and
features.
tell everyone about both apps?
Yes, yes. Actually, let's see if I can share.
Or
my
while you do
screen.
that, I'll talk about both apps. There's two KW apps. A red one and a white one, right? So if you're looking, so one of them is the consumer facing app that your clients can use to search, and you can send them like the checklists of where you are in the process, all of that through that app. Then there's the command mobile app, the red one. Sorry, yeah, the red one. And that is like command, but on your phone. And that's when they're making a ton of enhancements to.
Yeah, so you'll see the white one right here. This is the command search app that you use for your clients, and then command mobile, you'll see in your app store, it's a red background. So that's the one that you'll be accessing with your command account. But when you go into command, when you log in, you're gonna see a couple new things here. One of the things down at the very, very bottom, you're gonna see a profit share widget. So now profit share under your things to know for birthdays, anniversaries, profit share is gonna pull in the information for you of how much you've received in profit share that year. So now you don't have to go hunt it down. You don't have to go to MyKW. You can see it straight through the app in real time, how much money has been direct deposited to you for the year, which is really nice. And then the other really exciting thing is they finally integrated opportunities more fully into the app. So before you could kind of see like a very broad overview of your opportunities, but you couldn't do very much with it. You now can go into your opportunities by clicking on the button down at the bottom right, the menu icon. There's an opportunity section there that will get you access to right here. If I click all of your opportunities, you are one of my examples there. So,
Okay.
but you can see that like your opportunities in list view here, and you can click on them and view that information, but you can also view a pipeline. So if anybody's using the opportunity checklists, so you set up the checklist through each of the phases of a listing or a buyer, you can now view those, customize them, rearrange them, things like that. So I can see that under listings, I have 2 active. I can click on that and I can see the 2 active listings. I can rearrange them if I need to. I can move them into different locations. So if I go from active to under contract, I can drag it in there. And now Tony Stark is in under contract. And then I can click on their checklist and I can see the checklist and all that information right here at a glance. And so there's a lot to it. And so I highly recommend exploring it. If you have the opportunity checklist set up in your command account, you'll see these numbers differently. Mine are a lot of zeros because I don't have it set up. And if you want to set up an opportunity checklist, or you want to know what do I add to each of these sections under like, appointments or active or under contract, let me know. I'd be happy to show you how to do that. We have templates available for like kind of a starter to kind of.
And if
kickstart
you
on that.
don't even know what that really means, like opportunity checklists, you should go to the class today,
Yeah,
tomorrow, and us
tomorrow,
will show
yeah,
you.
we can do that, definitely.
But go back really quick to the main, like the home
Oh,
screen.
yeah.
So if you have contacts and if you have their birthdays or anniversaries, things like that, those will show right there. So
Yeah.
it's a good way to like not mess up any like home anniversaries or birthdays of your clients.
Mhm.
And with the command app, they were rolling out the different applets really slowly so that everything worked really effectively. So they were really dialing in contacts and everything. Now it's opportunities. So more and more the app will have more capabilities. Everything just wanted to be like functioning really at a high level before they start adding more. And there was a big update to the app. So does it update automatically, Austin, or do you have to go in and update?
You may need to up this one. I'm trying to remember if it may have auto updated, but just check. If you don't have auto updates set up, just go into the app store and make sure that it is updated. If you go in and it gives you a terms of service, that means
Okay,
it has updated.
that means it updated.
Um,
Okay,
It should prompt you to. I don't know if you can use an antiquated app. I don't know.
okay.
but check in the app store.
No, I think you can. It just won't have all the functionality. It
May
won't
not.
work as well. So make sure you update that app.
Mhm.
Any questions about the app or the apps or anything like that? Okay, thank you for sharing
Yeah.
all that. And there's gonna be a lot more enhancements rolling out, so Austin will probably do this weekly for a while. Share what's new in Command and what's new in the app, everything like that. So we're excited for that, Austin. We're excited for all the enhancements. And that is all we have for today, you guys. So it's a little bit short today, but we hope that all of you will be at the awards. 10 a.m. sharp, right down the road. It's nice to have Dwight back.
I'd like to say something about Command, which I think we're gonna start seeing finally. The operating partners were called back. I've talked about this a few times, and one of the things they talked about was that when Gary released the prior tech person, Josh, and hired Chris, the new person, he had Chris's company do an audit on the tech platform that Gary had probably already spent 200 million on. And they said it was foundationally, it was incorrect. And so the way they described it to us was it's a little bit like building a pyramid. In the very beginning, you're doing the base and it takes a lot of time and it doesn't look like, or even a house, I suppose, and it doesn't look like a lot's being done. But then once they get that done, they can start focusing on the millions of little things that need to be working better. And we're in that stage now where they're starting, they rebuilt the foundation. And now they're starting to fine tune everything and add more. And they have set priorities of things that they want to focus on. But I think in the next like 12 months, we're going to see amazing technology come out on the app. Amazing technology. That's what they described to us, because he told us some of the things that they're going to be working on. And it'll be the best in the nation. So I'm
So
excited
cool.
about that.
I love it. I was gonna say it's nice to have you back. Dwight's been in Mexico because Cameron got married. So congratulations, Cameron, even though he's not on, he's hopefully
He's
not
honeymooning.
watching. Hopefully he's honeymooning, right? Not watching, but we're very excited for him. And you have your first daughter.
I have my first daughter-in-law.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. So congratulations and happy to have you back.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone. Have a great day.